Of course, I knew about Arsenal before I arrived. Everybody knows how special this club is.
Even though I arrived here as a world champion, I was nobody.
I've seen incredible players,
If you just put yourself first, then you're wrong.
passionate players,
I'll be trying to win it. I don't see any other way.
invincible players.
It was all about playing 100% for my club.
I dream of being one of them amongst the best and staying in the hearts of the fans forever. I want to become an Arsenal legend, just like Cherry, Wrighty, Adams and Beckham, too many to mention.
And it's Adams, put through by Ball. Fabulous goal from Henry. Would you believe it? Oh, that's sensational. The yes!
My dad is my biggest inspiration, and he was captain of his club and his country. So it means so much to me to be the captain of this special club. I want to leave a legacy. This is where I belong. This is my family.
How your volume is.
Hello and welcome. This is the quiz. Hello and welcome to the third edition of the new quiz show from Dial Square to Where. And today it properly is the Clash of the Titans, the real quiz brains, the big eggheads of the quiz world in the Arsenal field. Familiar faces, I'm sure. So first off, Richard from the Over and Over and Over Again channel. How are you, mate?
Yeah, not bad at all. I'm quite looking forward to this, actually. I've watched a couple of the other episodes that you've done. It's and sort of a good idea, actually, for a quiz. I really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to taking part. Obviously, I've got a tough competitor tonight. I'm, going to have to be on my game to get past Mike. I know that much.
Yeah, definitely. And thanks ever so much for coming on, Richard. And Mike McDonald, how are you?
Yeah, I'm well. Thanks for inviting me on, Andrew. And ditto to what Richard said. I tuned in after you asked me. I tuned into your last one, and I really like the concept. So very excited to come on and lose to Richard, which is normally how.
No, it's fantastic. Well, you set the quizzes, don't you, normally?
Yeah.
So it's good to see you taking part today. Now, just for a quick bit of housekeeping for those that may not have seen any of the previous two shows that I've done. The format's really simple. I've got a list of ex-Arsenal players, and those players will have played for a number of other clubs. And in turn, you'll get a chance to bid against each other as to how many of those clubs you can name. And you can either name them yourself if you have got the highest bid, or you can ask your competitor to name them. And if that's the case, then obviously they'll get the point. If you want to name it yourself and you get it right, you get the points. But if you get one of the clubs wrong, the other competitor gets the point. Okay, so it's best of 9. Now, we'll do a quick, just a trial run, just to get you into the swing of things. So the first player we'll do as a trial run. And I'll go to you first, Richard, for the bid, just because you're next to me on the screen.
Okay.
First player has played for 6 different clubs in his career.
Okay.
And the player is Paul Merson.
Paul Merson, right. Okay.
So you get the first bid, Rich. 6 teams in total.
I'd start with 4 as an opening bid.
Okie dokie. Not a bad one. That's a good positive start. What about you, Mike? What would you like to do? How many do you think you can name? Will you go for 5?
Well, I've got 4 too, but I'm hoping that
It's whether you go on the attack or whether you go defensive.
This is a practice, so let's just go 5. I'll say 5 then, and see if Richard wants to do all 6.
Yeah. What do you think, Rich?
Does Mike know 5? The non-league clubs count?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course they do.
Oh, that might change things then.
That's really offensive to non-league teams and
the
supporters of those teams.
Professional career, that was all.
I know.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go 6 then. I'm gonna brave it as it's only a trial because I'm feeling confident.
Fantastic. Do you know what? I think this is one where I would actually be confident of getting the 6 myself without actually having researched it beforehand. But okay, well, obviously Mike can't come back on that. So name your 6.
Okay, I've got Arsenal.
Correct, obviously.
Middlesbrough.
Yes.
Aston Villa.
Yes, correct.
Portsmouth.
Yes.
Walsall.
Yeah.
And is it Tamworth Town?
I'll give it to you. Obviously, it's not Tamworth Town. It's just Tamworth. My kids used to play for Tamworth as well. So, yeah, well done. And not only that, you got them in order. So, perfect. Absolutely perfect, Rich.
Can I have a point for that anyway?
No, unfortunately not, mate. Unfortunately not. I'm going to be strict. So, there you go. That's how it works. So, we're going to it full and proper now.
Would you have got 5 there, Mike?
I would have got 5, yeah. But you know what? To be fair, Richard, if I'm being honest, I had Walsall down, but I wasn't sure if he played for Walsall or coached Walsall or both. Because he coached some, didn't he? And it was an epic failure, unfortunately. Was it Walsall he coached?
It was.
Yeah.
Player manager.
Yes, he started off player manager, and he was basically too familiar, too pally with the team, and just let them get away with it with too much.
He was one of the lads, wasn't he? At the end of the day, you're not going to be able to change that from him, are you? I don't think.
No, exactly.
I knew the last one was non-league, but I never would have. Tamworth rings the bell once it's said, but I could have been here all day trying to figure out which one. So.
Well, that was a big deal around here because I was living in Tamworth at the time. It's not far from me. And, Paul Merson coming to Tamworth. But I think he played 4 games in total from memory. Not a lot, obviously. But, it was a big deal.
As a kid, I know he's a Chelsea fan, but did he start in their academy? I know that wouldn't have counted, but...
Actually, I've just thought of another team he played for. Brentford on loan.
Wasn't listed. And I do include any loan clubs as well. So it wasn't listed on the official site that I was on. So I have to check up on that one afterwards.
It was early in his career before he'd really made it at Arsenal. He went on loan for a bit. I don't know how many games he played. Probably not many, but I think he went on loan up to Brentford. Or maybe he didn't actually play then. He was on loan there. Maybe he didn't play. I don't know.
Maybe not. Yeah, I'll double check that afterwards. No problem. But I've just got it down as the official list of what he played for from the site. Right, we'll go to the first question proper then. Then I'll go to you first, Mike, for the bid. Now, the first player is David Platt, and he's played for 8 teams, 8 different teams.
Oh, boy.
Some career he's had as well. Let's say that for him.
Yeah.
So when you the person that does start to read them out, whoever it may be, goes for it. Just give us the name sort of nice and slowly so that everyone listening on the audio later and watching along can have a play along as well.
Yeah. Gosh. All right, then I'm just going to start the chat as far as, I'll say 5 to start with.
That's not a bad start. Not a bad start at all. So, Rich, what are you going to counter with?
I'll go 6.
I like the attacking way that Richard's going to be playing this game. I do. What's your tactic going to be on this one, then, Mike?
National teams obviously don't count, right?
No. Just club sides.
Yeah. Okay. I'll let him name them.
Great. Okay, Rich, name your 6.
Aston Villa.
Correct.
Arsenal.
Correct.
Bari.
Well done. Yeah, that was correct.
Nottingham Forest.
Correct. That's 4.
Sampdoria.
Correct. That's 5.
And I've got 2 down. One of them I'm not sure about. I'm not sure about either of them, but I'm going to guess.
Choose Liverpool. Choose Liverpool, Richard.
I don't think he played for Liverpool. Juventus.
Correct. Well done. That was a good one, Bari. I didn't know that was a bit of a curveball there, and that's well done for getting that one. The other 2 that you missed were Man United.
Oh.
And Crewe at Alexandra.
Crewe, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where he started, wasn't it? He started at Crewe. Or was it Man United he started, actually?
I think he started at Man United. Yeah, started at Man United. He did, yeah. So, I mean, what a career, though. Bari, Juventus, Sampdoria, obviously Arsenal.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time in Italy. There was a couple of other Italian clubs I wasn't sure if he'd played for.
Yeah, so that was, fantastic. Good done. So, that puts you 1-0 ahead. So, we'll move on to number 2. And this is your guess, Richard, first. Right. Your bid first.
Okay.
We had a great song for him. He was on the wing. It's Brian Marwood, and he's played for 7 different teams.
Is he? Right.
And whilst you're just having a think, I'll just say hello to everyone in the stream watching live. Mike Hanneman, Joel. A Battle of the Titans, he says. Game on. Yeah. And Mike got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 6. Mark got 6 for David Platt. That was really good.
How many did you say he had in total, Andrew?
7. 7 different clubs he's played for, yeah.
Okay. Well, I definitely know 5, so I'm going to go an opening bid of 5. Well, I think I know 5.
That's strong. That's a good, strong start. I like it. Mike, what are you going to do?
6.
Oh, I like it. I knew this was going to be a good game. I did. I really did. Go on then. Watch 6. Now, what are you going to do then, Rich?
There's only 7.
There's only 7 in total, yeah. I mean, 6 is a very, very strong attacking threat there from Mike.
You know what? I'm gonna try 7. I'm gonna try 7.
Oh my word! I like it. I really do.
I'm pretty sure of 5. I think there's a couple of others in the back of my mind, so we'll see anyway.
Well, you can't beat that, Mike. So he's going to have to name them. So you go for it when you're ready, Rich.
Well, okay. I think the first one he started at was Hull City.
Good one. Yeah, really good name.
Then I think he went to Sheffield Wednesday.
Correct.
Then I think he came to Arsenal.
Correct.
I know after Arsenal, he played for Middlesbrough at some point. I don't know if it was directly after Arsenal.
That's correct. It's Middlesbrough is one of his teams. I'm not going to tell you the order.
I think as well, I wrote it down, Sheffield United as well. I think he played for both the Sheffields.
Correct. Doing well. That's 5. 2 more left.
One I was...
If you get all these, mate, I'm going to bow at your knee, your knees. It's really good.
I've got an idea that he might have played for Barnet.
Bloody hell, yes, that's true. True, correct.
There's pressure on there, isn't there?
Yeah. The last one. I need to have some tension music. I really do.
Do you know this one, Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I know.
I've got 2 in my head.
Brian Marwood all the way.
Great player, actually, he was.
Wasn't he?
For a year or a year and a half until he got injured a bit, and then he didn't quite carry up his.
Yeah,
great player. I'll tell you what, then.
Actually, for a little while.
Say again, Mike. Sorry.
After he retired, he was my boss, or one of my bosses, for a short while.
Really
interesting story, but I'll let him carry on. I'll tell you in a minute what happened.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah, definitely.
Well,
right.
I'll go for Swindon.
Are you sure you ain't got your phone up?
I haven't got my phone with me.
That's brilliant, mate. Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. That's really, really impressive. Swindon is correct. So 7 out of 7.
100% sure.
7 out of 7. I think this is going to be a very, very good game. So I think, would you have got that, Mike?
Yeah, I would have got that one. I wasn't sure of Sheffield United.
Okay. So you'd have had Barnet as well?
Yeah, I'd have had all of them, but not Sheffield United. So kudos to Richard for getting all of them. Yeah,
no, it's very, really good. Excellent answers. Okay, so this is your bid then, Mike, for this one. And this is the mad keeper, Jens Lehmann. He's played for 5 clubs in total. 5 different clubs.
Wow. I try and visualize them in kits. That's how I try to do this.
Yeah.
And it's not easy because he's a keeper, so it's hard to, when you visualize him in a kit, it doesn't really give away the team. You know what I mean?
That's very true. Yeah, very true. And it's sometimes when you think of a big player like Jens, you think it's sort of before, if you were not in this position, you think, oh, that's easy. And then when it comes down to it, it's not that easy.
No, I'm struggling with this one, actually. I don't know.
How many clubs did you say?
5 in total.
All right, I'm going to start the bidding at 3.
Okay. Rich, what are you going to do?
See, I've got 3 definites.
Okay, well, so if you can't beat 3, then Mike's going to have to answer. But
I mean,
do you think you could
my
possibly get 4?
Do I try and gamble on a 4th I'm not sure of and lose the point, or do I just let Mike go for the 3, which I know he'll probably get because I think they're the 3 obvious. They seem obvious to me.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I can gamble on.
Exactly. So if you gamble, get it wrong, Mike will get the point anyway.
This is exactly. I think I might make Mike work for this point. You can name the 3 because I'm not sure enough. I'm not
great.
Sure.
Okay.
Right, Mike, when you're ready.
I think I know more than 3, but I'm not 100%. Of course, Arsenal, and he played for them twice. So does that count for 2?
No. I've only included a lot of these players have gone back to previous clubs, but I've only included exclusive clubs. I'm
just messing. So I remember he started his career at Schalke.
Correct. So that's 2 already.
Yeah, and then I know he played for Dortmund.
Correct. So that's your 3. So that's your point. Now, can you have a shot at the other 2?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like I know one other, which is AC Milan.
Correct, yes.
And I'm not sure about the other one, but I know it was another Bundesliga club.
Yeah.
And I'm going back and forth between Cologne and Stuttgart. And I'm trying to visualize, but the kit's not helping me. Let's go Stuttgart.
Correct. That's 5 out of 5. Well done, Mike. Well done. That's right. Really good.
Stuttgart was one of the 3 I had, actually. I had Stuttgart, Dortmund, and Arsenal. I wasn't sure about Schalke. I wasn't sure enough about it to have gone for the 4. But yeah, wish I had done. But anyway, Mike deserved that because he got them all. So
honestly, very impressive again.
I would have got AC Milan. I didn't remember him even playing in Italy. So
I would have struggled with that one, if I'm honest. Yeah, AC Milan, so he did well.
I was like 3 or 4. I wasn't confident enough on Schalke, actually. But anyway, Mike would have got all 5. So,
well, back in the game, Mike. It's 2-1 now to Richard. And Richard, it's your bid on the next one.
Right, okay.
Tough one, this, I think, personally. Going to be a good battle. It's a guy that's played for 9 different clubs in total. And it's Julio Baptista, the Beast.
Oh, Baptista. 9
clubs. I mean, to be fair, all of the clubs you would have heard of around, wherever he's been. But I'd be very impressed if you get. I mean, if you get all of these, I'd be extremely impressed.
Baptista.
And well done, Mike, on your knowledge of... Sorry, I'm talking about a Mike in the chat. I should have explained that. Mike Hanneman got all of the Jens Lehmann ones, so well done, mate. And he's assistant coach at Augsburg now, he says.
I didn't know that.
Baptista, really, no.
He's 9, you said, Andrew, right?
Yes, 9 in total.
Remind me to tell you that Brian Marwood story later.
Oh, yes, definitely.
His Arsenal, that's not giving it away that he played for Arsenal, obviously, but his Arsenal one wasn't even a permanent signing, to my memory.
No,
it was a loan.
No, it was a loan, but it still counts.
I'm just reminding myself of that, yeah.
And in some cases, in the previous shows, when a player is listed as having gone on loan to a club, or whether they were permanent at a club, but didn't make an appearance for that club, I still include them in the list just in case it's one of your guesses. But I'm only including, as I said before, different teams. So whether they've played there twice, it doesn't matter. I've only included that once, the same team.
Right. So Richard's bidding, is he?
No, it's your bid, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to...
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. I'm going to be bold and go for 7.
Wow, that's brilliant. That is a really strong bid.
I'm not sure, but I'm going to give it a shot.
That's a rid. Right, what are you going to do then, Rich?
7 is a strong bid out of 9 for him.
I was more than I was expecting.
Yeah, more than I was expecting as well. But I'll actually go for that, because if you can name 7 of them, then that's a good effort, because I'll probably get 6 at the most that I can think of. So go for 7. Yeah, go for that then.
Okay.
Well, we've got Arsenal, of course.
Yeah.
We've got Real Madrid and Sevilla. Yeah. Sevilla that he played for in Spain.
That's 3, yeah.
Yeah, and he played for... I know he played for Orlando City because I'm over in the US, and so I know that he played in...
Well, that's one. Yeah, I didn't think either of you to get, so that's great. So that's good.
Being over here, I don't suppose Richard pays attention to the MLS, and I barely do, but it was big headlines when he came over here.
No. So that's 4.
Okay, I think he started his career, I'd imagine he started in Brazil. I think I'll come back to that one in a minute. I know he played for Cluj, Cluj, I think, are Romanian.
That's another one I didn't think you would have got. So that's very impressive. That's 5.
And he played for Roma in Italy.
Yeah, 6.
And I need one more, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay, well, I'm not totally sure about the Brazilian one. I think I've got a guess, but I feel like there's another kit that's in my mind that I think he wore. And is it Malaga in blue and white?
Oh my goodness, you did it! Yes, congratulations. Well done, mate. Absolutely brilliant. 7 out of 9. Do you want to have a punt at the other 2?
Yeah, well, my first inclination was Sao Paulo in Brazil, as where he started.
Yeah. That's correct.
And then the other one, I don't know. I mean, best guess is some remote Eastern European.
I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue because obviously you already got the point. It's another Brazilian club, and it's after Malaga and before Orlando City.
Oh well, okay. So he didn't finish his career in Brazil.
No, he finished at Cluj. 28-19, believe it or not. You still
okay? Well, oh gosh,
big team in Brazil, but not the same one, obviously.
I don't know. It's going to be Corinthians or Cruzeiro or someone. I'm going to go Corinthians. I don't know.
Or the wrong one. It's Cruzeiro.
Okay.
That's very strong, Mike. Well done. Fantastic. And Mike Heineman in the chat, he got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He got 7 as well. So well done, Mike Heineman in the chat as well. Very, very strong. Yeah. You have to come on one day, Mike. Mike Heineman. Right. So it's your bid this time, Rich.
Right. Okay.
That brings it back to 2-2. So really exciting game as I was expecting, if I'm honest. Player that I actually liked, and unbelievably is still playing professional football. And it's Seb Larsson, and he has played for 5 different clubs.
I saw him the other day. I'm not going to say who I saw him, and I didn't know he was where he is.
No, I didn't either. I didn't. 5 different clubs, and I was a bit shocked to see that he was actually still, a professional footballer. I thought he would have just retired by now. I don't know actually how old he is. I need to look that up, but he's doing well. And I liked him as a player. I really did.
He didn't play that much for us, did he?
Not that much, no. I think on dead ball situations, I think he was fantastic.
Yeah, no, I remember him playing the odd game. Yeah, I don't think he played that much, did he?
Yeah. So Mike Heineman in the chat, just send me a DM on Twitter, and we'll get it arranged for you to come on the show very soon. And anyone else listening or watching, do the same if you fancy having a go.
Quite a tricky one, this actually.
I know some of the players that have played for the least amount of clubs. It's sometimes just as hard, if not more hard, more so than the ones because you've got a few more to go at with because I've got a few players coming up that have played for quite a lot of teams.
Well, I'll start my bid on 3 then for 3 out of the 5.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Then I'm going to go, should I do this? Risky. Risk it for a biscuit. I'm going to risk it. 4.
Okay. Nice attacking move again from Mike. Mike could be literally coming up from 2-0 down to come up. And if he wins this one, it'd be 3-2 ahead.
Oh, see, I've got 4, but I didn't know if Mike would get 4. I should have gone 4.
Yeah, you can still counter, but you have to beat 4 now. You can't. You have to go for 5, otherwise Mike's going to have to answer. You can't go 4 as well.
I think Mike's going to get 4 because I've got 4. So I think I'm going to lose the point if I don't go for it anyway, because I'm definitely sure Mike's got 4. That'll be right.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go for 5 and hope I can swing
Oh,
it.
this is good. Really, really good.
The only chance
Okay.
I've got, because I know Michael's got 4 and I've got 4. So
I'm enjoying this. I am. I really am.
I'll-
Okay.
I'll
When
do-
you're ready, then.
I'll do the 4 that I've got for start with,
Go ahead.
which I'm sure Mike will have. Well, I'm assuming he'll probably have these 4. Arsenal, obviously.
Yeah.
I've got Birmingham City,
Correct.
Sunderland,
Correct.
and Hull City as well.
That's correct again. And the last one.
I'm guessing the last one is probably where he's at now. And
It is, yeah.
Larson, he's
Oh,
isn't he? I'm going to take a guess at a Swedish club just because he's probably gone home to finish his career. Good club in Sweden. Just going to have to.
I definitely need to get some tension music in the background. Do you know this then, Mike?
Yeah, I
the-
think I do, because this is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't think of many clubs in Sweden. I'm just going to have to guess somebody. Malmo.
Well, you were definitely along the right lines, and I do respect you for having a go, but it's incorrect, I'm afraid. The point goes to Mike. It's AIK, or AIK, as they say in Sweden, where I lived there for a while. It's AIK. So unlucky, really unlucky. I'm really impressed that you went for it, though, mate.
Well,
So-
I would point out because I know Mike would have had 4. So
Well, you had to, really, like you said. Yeah. Would you have got that one then, Mike?
I would have got that one, but Richard revealed one that I'm kicking myself on, which was Birmingham. He was there on loan, you said, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know that one. I might have been able to pull that one out of the bag, but weirdly, I knew the Swedish one because I got a glimpse the other day. I got a Swedish friend, and we were talking about different Swedish things, and that came up because he knew I was a gooner.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really surprised that he was still playing. Like I said
The only
earlier, he's got to be 40. He must be.
the only other Swedish club I can think of is one we played in the Champions League, Solna. They were Swedish.
That's the same club.
Yeah, it is. ARK Solna.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I said them now. They're the only other one I could think of because I know
Gothenburg as well is another big club.
Gothenburg, yeah.
There's another club in Stockholm, and why can't I think of the other club? The real big rivalry with AIK. Don't matter. It'll come to me in a bit. But yeah, I mean, that's a really good attempt, though, Rich. Really good attempt. I'm liking the fact that he went for it.
I had to go for it because I knew Mike could have 4. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, bash. Yeah.
Right, it's your bid this time, Mike. Tough one, this one. Tough one, I think. But another player I liked at the time, actually, when we had him. He's played for 7 different clubs.
7.
And it's Stephen Hughes.
Mm.
I quite liked him at the time when we had him. I thought he was quite a good midfielder. Oh, blimey. Mike Harneman said he's only 35, Seb Larson. That's short. I mean, surely. I'm shocked at that. I really am. 35, yeah.
Mind you, he played for us about 12 years ago, didn't he? 2008, 2007, was it around then? He played for us?
Yeah. Yes, I thought he was a lot older. I thought he must be around 40, but I'm shocked that he's only 35.
How many clubs there, Andrew?
7. Stephen Hughes, 7 clubs.
Okay. Give me a second to scribble.
And again, in the chat, Mike Harneman got 3, 4. He got all the 5 for Seb Larson as well. It looked very impressive. Very impressive. And he says it's worth taking a punt, Rich. I think he's gives you a bit of kudos as well.
Easy for him to say. 7 for Stephen Hughes. Wow, that's
He agrees with me as well, saying that he was a good midfielder, very underrated. He had a good career. Still had a good career after leaving Arsenal. Thank you very much, Joel, as well in the chat, saying great show, thoroughly enjoying it. It's quite a exciting one, this. So, have you come up with a number yet, Mike?
Let me start with 5. I think.
I mean, honestly,
5 and some others as well, but I'm not sure.
I like the fact that you're disappointed starting with 5. I think that's a really good positive number, to be perfectly honest. What are you thinking, Rich?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking 5, but
I think it's a toughie, really. So I think either of you, if you get the 5, it's a good.
I'll go 6 then, because I'm losing now.
Oh, I love it, absolutely fantastic. Are you going to come counter that with another bid, or make him answer?
No, I'm gonna counter. I feel like I have to.
Excellent.
This is
excellent.
Trust myself.
So, what are you going to go 6?
Well, he's done 6, hasn't he? So.
No. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I beg your pardon. So you're going to have to name them all.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Right. The point I'm telling you.
This is like this should get like proper Sony award, I reckon, with the by the time we get to the end. So go for it then. When you're ready, get 7 named.
Well, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Watford.
Yep.
I know he was at Fulham. I don't know if he was at Fulham permanently, but I know he played in that jersey with the black stripes across the chest. So, and
didn't he play in the Fulham team that went to the UEFA Cup final under Roy Hodgson? I can't think whether it was before that.
I'm not sure about that. Not sure.
I don't know. But anyway, you're correct. So that's 3.
Yeah. Walsall.
Wow. Yeah. I wasn't expecting you to get that one. He finished up at Walsall 08-09.
Yeah. Guess it's the Paul Merson connection made me pay attention a little bit to Walsall, but anyway, Charlton.
Correct.
How many have I got?
You've got 5 out of the 7. There's 2 left.
Coventry for sure, because he spent a lot of time at Coventry.
Yeah, correct.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, the last one.
So what have I said? I've said
you got Arsenal, Fulham, Watford, Charlton, Coventry, and Walsall. Just missing the one team.
Okay, well, I'm going to take a gamble and I'm going to say Watford.
You've already said Watford.
Have I said Watford?
Yeah, that was correct.
Oh, okay.
So I'll give you another opportunity.
Okay, so I've said Arsenal.
You said Arsenal, Fulham, Watford, Charlton, Coventry, and Walsall.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to regret this. I'm doing my
mate. You've done amazing already.
Great colour shirt thing, and I know
this is one of the ones that I've got actually that you haven't said.
You get. I know what colour shirt it is, but I'm just struggling deciding which club.
Give us the colour then, because you're not going to give anything away. Richard can't get the point anyway, so
that's true. Well, he wore a blue shirt, so
yeah.
Okay, you don't. Okay, and I've got an inkling. One of these clubs that Arsenal have been giving players to recently. Okay, Everton.
Wow, yes, that's fantastic. It's correct, mate. That's a really, really, really good answer. I wasn't expecting that at all again. You know, that's the one really played.
One I wasn't sure of was Charlton, actually. I had all the others.
That puts you 4-2 ahead now, Mike. 4-2 ahead. That's a brilliant comeback. So, well done. Congratulations. And, it's your bid this time, Rich.
Yeah, okay.
Now, this player has played for a total of 11 clubs, which is, pretty staggering. Another really good long career. And it's Paul Dickov. Yeah, 11 different clubs. And Mike, in the chat, Mike Heineman, you're doing exceptionally well yourself as well with all your guesses. Loving the way you're joining in. It's really, really good. So, yeah, I think you've been another strong when you come on. 11 different clubs, yeah. 11 clubs for Paul Dickov.
Wow. Actually, I know that one. He plays for them. Yeah.
I've got a feeling that Paul Dickov played. He's one of those players that played for more clubs. But
he played for 11 different clubs, but he was at a lot of these clubs more than once.
Yeah.
So that is what makes his, when you look it up, it looks a lot longer, but it's only 11 different clubs.
He had a few loans as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think he had a couple of loans when he was at Arsenal.
I always get him mixed up as well, which is really weird. I know it sounds, but I don't know whether it's because of the size or whatever. I get him mixed up with Paul Pescasolido, and I think about because he's married to what's her name from Birmingham City, Karen Brady. Yeah, Brady. And I always think that when I think of Paul Dickov, I always think he's married to Karen Brady, and I have to argue with myself in my head.
Paul Dickov, actually, we was at Arsenal Man City game a few years ago. We was in the executive suite, and he was one of the ex-Man City players that was around, and we got a picture with him and all that kind of stuff. I wish I'd asked him all the clubs he played for now.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
I'll tell you what, I've got a few to start with, so let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go with 7 as my opening bid.
Not bad. That's a strong bid.
Okay. See, I've got a longer list, but I'm not confident even of 7. But I've got a long list. So, I mean, I'll give it a shot. I'll go 8, but I'm not confident.
Well, lucky you put pressure back on Richard again. Oh.
Go 9. Wow. No, I'll have to go 9.
I like it. I mean, your tactics, Mike, are very, very strong because you'll be really. I don't know what you like at poker, but I bet you'll be strong at that as well. To be honest, because I think a lot of it. I'm not saying you because I mean you've proven that you're
11. He's not fooling me. I know he's got them all.
So you've come back with 9 then, Rich, yeah?
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, if he said 8, you went 8, didn't you, Mike? I'll go 9 then. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say name that tune to Richard.
Right. Okay. Right, you got 9 to name then, Richard, for Paul Dickov.
Right. Okay. I'll start with some of the ones that I'm pretty certain of.
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace.
Yes.
Manchester City, obviously.
Yeah.
Blackburn Rovers.
Correct. That's 4.
Oldham, because I think he was player manager there.
That's correct. Yeah. 5.
Leicester, because he scored against us in the Invincible season.
Correct. That's 6.
So they're the ones I'm certain of. Derby County.
Correct. Yep. 7. Well done. Good answer.
How many more do I need?
2 more. So hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we've got 7. You've got 7 so far.
Okay. Leeds.
Yes, that's a good answer. I didn't know he played for Leeds. I honestly didn't. So that's 8. One more. I must admit, I mean, it's really impressive from both of you.
I've got two. For some reason, and I don't know why, this club's screaming in my head, and it doesn't. I don't remember him playing for them particularly. I wrote it down. It's in my head, and I don't know if it's going to be wrong now.
You'd have to go with your gut feeling.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I think it might have been a loan, perhaps. Then I don't know why. It's just in my head. Luton Town.
Oh, is it Luton Town? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's a fantastic answer, mate. Absolutely brilliant.
I've got written down that I wasn't sure of either. Brighton, for some reason.
Brighton is there as well.
Is it?
And there's only one more left after Brighton.
Okay.
They play in a very unusual colour.
Orlando City, purple.
Oh no!
It probably is some American team, is it?
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No.
I'm not sure of any more, to be honest. I don't know.
Another coastal club. Blackpool.
Oh, Blackpool. Oh, was it Blackpool? Oh,
yeah. Right. But that's amazing. That's well done, Rich. That's brought you back into the game at 4-3. Right. Now, your bid then, Mike, and this is, if you get this one and you win it, you've won the game. It's this one has played for 15 clubs.
Jeez.
15 different clubs. Wow. Jermaine Pennant.
Wow. He's been around a bit, to be fair.
Yeah. I wonder whether his Porsche is still parked somewhere. Oh.
Jermaine Pennant. Oh my God. 15.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah. Oh, Jesus. I mean, if you get all 15 of these, I mean, I would definitely say that, you know, I have to come around your house and make sure that you're not looking at your computer or your phone or something like that, because some of these clubs, I mean, I'll say that there's a couple that, yeah, I'm not going to say anymore. But you obviously don't have to get them all, just have to beat your opponent. So, Mike, what are you thinking?
Give me just a second. Jermaine Pennant's he was on my quiz, and I think one of my clues was that he was the first player to ever play with an electronic tag on his ankle.
Yeah, well, I remember that. Yeah,
it was. Yeah.
Was not the clue I got it on something to do with he was the most expensive teenager or something? Was that one of the clues?
He was at the time. Yeah. I was on that quiz as well. But after today, in this quiz, I'm never going to go on another quiz with you two ever. So there's no point. I actually pride myself quite, on pretty decent football knowledge, but you just another level. This is today.
All right, I'll go with 10. Give a shot to 10.
Blimey, that's a strong bid, really strong bid. Right, what you can do then, Rich? I mean, seriously, you've got to. This is a big one for you, Rich, because if you pass it and he has got those 10, which would you put it past him?
Assuming he'll have 10. He wouldn't have said 10. He must have 10.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm confident, quite honestly.
I think you're going to have to go for it, aren't you, Rich? Because you're 4-3 down.
Probably going to have to go for it because I'm assuming he'll have 10. How many have I actually got? I'm pretty sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've probably got 10 actually. Go on. I'll go 11. I'll go 11.
Okay.
Okay.
You've got to go 12 or make him name his 11.
Okay. Big decision.
Yeah.
I'll go one more.
Blimey. Oh, my word. So that's 12. You're going to name 12. God, that has really put the pressure on you, Rich. It really has. I don't envy you, mate. You've got to go 13 or make him name the 12.
You know, I've got 12. Can I think of another one? I've got 12. I've got 12 written down. I don't know if they're right.
Yeah. Well, and welcome to Ender in the chat as well. How are you, mate? If you've only just tuned in, Ender, you're gonna have to rewind this one. It's been very, very good. But thanks for joining us, mate. Anyone watching, now please give us a like before you go.
I just think if he's, have you got 11? Did you say
12?
12. I see. If Mike says he's got 12, he's probably got 12, hasn't he?
Yeah. So you're going to make him name them, or are you going to go for 13, mate?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See, I've got 12 I could name. I don't know if they're right. Has he got all of them? I can't. I'm going to have to. God, it's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is a tough one.
I wouldn't want to be in your shoes. But I'm going to have to push you for an answer. 13 or make him name them. Ender, it's Ender's just asking for the question. It's Jermaine Pennant, Ender, and it's 15 clubs in total. And the bid at the moment from Mike is 12 of the 13.
15.
Sorry, I've got 13 in my head as to whether you're going to go for 13. 12 of the 15 is correct.
Oh, this is a tough decision to make because
Ender, not mothers of his kids.
probably more than that then. Probably. That's what he's thinking.
Oh, that's funny. Good one.
This is going to be, what should we do?
He should never have played for 15 clubs, that's for sure. He should have been a 1 or 2 club man and gone to the top because he had that ability. Because
he certainly did. Yeah,
there weren't many players playing. Was he 16 or something when he came on in probably a League Cup game for Arsenal or something like that? It was super young. So a guy who's that good, that young, should not have been playing for 15.
No, I know.
He just liked travelling around.
Just shows you that it was all down to his attitude in the end. Really was, because he just wasted his God-given talent. He really did.
Yeah.
Right, Rich. What are you going to do then, Rich?
I'm going to have to go for it because I know Mike will have them. So
you're going to go for 13.
I'm going to have to go for 13. I know.
Right. Mike, what do you want to do? Do you want to counter that?
No.
Okay. Mike, I mean, right. I'll come back to you afterwards. Right, Rich, you've got to name your 13 when you're ready then, please.
Right, okay. I'll start with the ones that I'm pretty certain of. Get them out of the way. So obviously Arsenal.
That's wrong. That's
definitely I'm certain of. Notts County.
Correct.
Liverpool.
Correct.
Watford.
Correct.
Portsmouth.
Correct. That's 5.
Birmingham City.
Correct. 6.
I'm thinking Leeds. He played for Leeds.
Correct. That's 7.
Wolves.
Correct. That's 8.
Midlands is another Midlands club. Stoke.
Correct. That's 9.
How many more do I need?
4.
I'm pretty sure only because they beat us in the final of European Trophy. I think he played for Real Zaragoza.
Correct. That's where he left his car, his Porsche, in a car park, and he ran up hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of parking fines because he forgot he parked it there.
Oh, right. I didn't know that actually. I just remember because obviously they beat us in the final, and I'll never forgive them.
I know. Yeah, exactly. I said about that better. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you've got to name 3 more.
Right. I know he played for. Well, I'm pretty sure he played for Wigan.
Yep. It's 11.
And
2 left.
The other one I had written down is another team close to Wigan, Bury.
Yes. Wow.
And I'm thinking there's 2 others in my head, and I'm not convinced about either of them.
I mean,
honestly, one of them's a foreign club, and one of them's a non-league club in England. You might have played for both of them or neither of them.
I can't give you any hints, I'm afraid. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Whichever one I guess, I bet it'll be the wrong one.
So you're on the 12. So this is literally the last one that you need, and that will bring it back to 4 all. Literally, and we'll be down to the last one, which would be mad. So, I mean, just for the sake of the excitement on the last question, I'd like to give you a hint. Mike, would you be okay if I gave him a hint
on this last one?
Yeah,
I've got 2 in my head, right? I have got 2. I'm going to obviously have to get.
I'm not going to say like anything specific, but what you said just before, Rich, about abroad and a non-league club, that's correct on both cases. There's a choice of those. What I'm going to say. So there's a non-league club in there.
Yeah, I had a feeling
there's a foreign club in there.
2 clubs in my head. One's a foreign club and one's a non-league.
That's the only hint I was going to give him, Mike, by the way.
Which is basically no real hint at all, because that's what I was thinking anyway.
I just wanted to say that you were correct with that anyway.
Which one I want to... the non-league club I'm thinking of, and I'm thinking of it because it's a local club to where I was from, so that's why that's in my head, and I've got a feeling he might have played for them towards the end of his career. I'm going to go for Billericay Town.
Oh, correct. I mean, seriously, that's worth a round of applause in anyone's... Mate, that's fantastic. And do you know what? The 2 that are left, I never thought either of you will get any of those in a million years. But if you do, go on then.
I don't know the teams, but I do know that he went to play, I don't know if they called it the Indian Super League or the he played in India anyway, but I have no idea what
madness. I mean, this is just madness. Yes, he did. It's Pune, FC Pune City. And the other one is a team I've never heard of in my life, and I don't even know what country they're from. It's Tampines Rovers, Tampines.
Probably Malaysia or
Tampines Rovers. Yeah. No, exactly. So, I mean, to get 13 out of 15, I mean, that's fair play, mate. Honestly, it's really, really good. And that unbelievably, is right down to the decider now. And it's another player.
Oh, don't be another one with 25 clubs.
14.
Oh, no way.
Now, this is it is your bid, isn't it now, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah. 14 clubs. Married to a lady with a face like a trout. Can you guess who it is?
Well, that would be insulting for me to.
Lee
Yeah.
Chapman. Lee Chapman.
He was
Famously, Leslie Ash had she had a lip job, didn't she? And the papers were calling her a trout pout.
Oh, dear.
14 clubs.
14 different clubs for Lee Chapman. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But everyone in the who's watching, Ender, Mike, and Joel. I mean, you've got to be impressed with this, surely. I mean, it's amazing. So you were 2-0 ahead, weren't you, then, Richard? Then Mike stormed back to 4-2 lead, and you've pulled it back to 4-4.
It's been quite stressful, actually. I've got to be honest.
It's been stressful for me, mate, and I'm actually just the host in it.
Lee Chapman.
How many did you say again, Andrew? Sorry.
14.
14.
Mm. God, I can feel the tension in the air. I can cut it with a knife.
Yeah. I was looking at him once as well because I did a thing on him on my channel about Lee Chapman.
Honestly, when I was younger, I know I was overreacted. I know looking back now, but I just thought he was the worst player I'd ever seen play for Arsenal.
He definitely is up there in the top 5 worst ever players I've seen for Arsenal.
I think he's the worst centre forward I've seen for Arsenal. But I know that he had a good career elsewhere. That's for sure. He certainly wasn't. He was fairly prolific at some clubs, but at Arsenal, I don't think he could hit a cow's arse with a banjo.
No.
Just had a really bad spell with us.
Okay, I'm going to go for it.
Okay, what's your bid?
Oh, Mike.
I'm going to be bold because it's all on the line. It's 4-4, right?
Yes.
Okay, all on the line. So I'm going to go for 12.
Oh my goodness.
12.
That's a really strong bid. Really strong bid. So we're going to have to wait another half an hour now for while Richard deliberates what to do.
See, I'm always of the feeling that if Mike says 12, he's probably got 12.
That's a really unbelievable.
God, I can't believe you've gone that high. I thought you was going to go about 7 to start with.
Yeah, I know. I mean, when I was preparing, and I had a number of players with this sort of figure of previous clubs, I just thought maybe 8 or 9 as maximum. So, but yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable the levels you two both gone to. So, raise my.
I see United are losing.
Are they?
Yeah, 1-0.
Oh, fantastic! That's good. That's good ahead of the weekend.
Yeah.
I fancy our chances against them. I really do. I think they're the ideal team for us to play against.
Yeah, I liked playing against Arteta. I think he always looked intimidated. Like I remember, there's a few funny clips of Arteta, doing this with his hands or whatever he does, and then Solskjaer does the same thing, looks across and does the same thing.
Yeah, I know that, but I honestly had a feeling that Sheffield United would turn them over tonight. I really did. I'm not just saying that because they're ahead, and the chances are they'll probably come back. But I thought that they will do well against United today.
Yeah, that's a huge result for Sheffield United. Won a game. They've won once, haven't they, this season?
Did you just say Man United are losing to Sheffield United?
Yeah. What minute is it?
Wow.
Half time.
Half time. Sorry, did you say?
Yeah, half time.
Yeah, half time.
Leicester 1-0 as well.
Oh, wow.
James Rodriguez is on the comeback.
God, it's going to be turning into a fairly good night for Arsenal, then.
Well, it depends which way you look at it, because
I know Everton. Everton are up there, but I'd rather Leicester lose because they've been looking very strong, and I think Leicester. I mean,
who are we chasing? Or Leicester?
I mean, I think Leicester have got more chance of getting top four than Everton, personally. I think Everton have got a good, strong first 11, but if they lose any of that first 11, they're quite weak. Yeah. Whereas I think Leicester are just strong. They're just a strong squad. They're a really good team. Anyway, what are you going to do? How are you getting on? Because are you going to go for 12, 13 again? You did go. You went for 12, didn't you, Mike? Just to clarify.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm probably gonna. I think Mike's got 12. If I'm honest.
You don't know. You never know. He might be.
He hasn't got any wrong yet, though, has he? He hasn't got any wrong yet.
I know, but he might be adamant on a club, and he might be wrong.
Yeah, he might be, but I'm assuming he won't be. I'm going to go on that basis because he hasn't been wrong yet. So, I'm going to have to try 13, aren't I?
Oh, blimey!
I've got no choice.
I mean, there's a couple of teams in here, mate. Honestly, that if you get them, either of you, then I'm going to be so impressed. Well, I'm already impressed, obviously, but even more. Right. What's your response to 13 then, Mike?
Yeah, give it a go, Richard.
Wow.
I was hoping you were going to say 14.
I know, yeah. I mean, wow. Right. Okay. Rich,
right.
13 teams out of the 14 you've got a name. That's, I mean, like I said, there's a couple of teams in here that I'll be amazed that if you've got them. So go for it.
Well, I'll go with again. I'll start with the ones that I'm pretty certain of. So Stoke City.
Yes.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. I think he was on loan at Plymouth Argyle.
Correct.
He went to Sunderland after Arsenal.
That's correct.
Then I think it was Sheffield Wednesday.
That's correct. So that's 5.
Then it was Leeds.
That's 6.
We won the league title. Nottingham Forest.
That's correct. That's 7.
West Ham.
That's correct. That's 8.
Portsmouth.
That's correct. That's 9.
Ipswich.
That's correct again. That's 10.
I've got a feeling he played for Southend United. I think that might have been a loan, possibly.
That's correct. That's 11. Madness. Absolute madness.
I'll tell you, Lincoln City.
Incorrect. Oh, unlucky, Rich. Oh, mate.
He was born in Lincoln, wasn't he?
Unbelievable.
I had another one as well. I had another one that I was unsure of as well. That was one I was unsure of.
Which one?
I've got Swansea as well. I wasn't sure about them.
That was correct. But if you'd have got either of the last two, have you got any of the other ones, Mike?
No.
I mean, there's one team again that I've never heard of. Never heard of it in my life. Chamois Niorte. So I mean,
No, I've never heard of that.
and then the last one I've heard of, it's a Swedish club, Strömgodset. But if you'd have got that, then again, amazing. But that was a really good effort, and what a great game that was.
Would you have got 12 then, Mike? That all right?
Yeah, I would have got 12, but no chance on the other.
Okay. I just thought Lincoln, because he was born in Lincoln, and I thought he might have ended up playing there at some stage, just because often they go to their hometown club at the end of their career, don't they?
Yeah, well, like Mike Hanneman said in the chat, who? I mean, it's me, like as if in a chamois leather, CHAMOIS, and then NIORTAIS, chamois or Chamois Niorte. I mean, it sounds French, lower league French team, but I don't know. Maybe Belgian. I don't know.
It might have been France. I think he lived in France, didn't he, at some stage? They probably are French.
But it's a club I've never heard of.
No,
I mean, we've heard of most teams, haven't we? So, but at least the top couple of divisions in those in France or Belgium. But I've never heard of that. But yeah, fantastic ending that was, and a really brave effort. And I think if I could have rewarded a draw, I would. But Mike, hard work that win there for you. I'll put my teeth back in. See, I'm all over the place.
I was nervous when he said 13 there.
I'm out. Honestly, it was an excellent matchup that was. Really enjoyed it. I hope you two guys did as well.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Calm down now.
No.
But, if we can start getting more people to take part further down the line, as I said, I've got the best idea in my head of getting this to become like a knockout tournament of round of 32 down to the final. So if we can get more listeners to come and send me a DM to take part, then that'd be fantastic, because I'd love to get this into a knockout tournament competition moving forward. But yes, once again, fantastic performance. Well done to both of you. Thanks, Richard, coming on. And thanks for Mike. Now, Richard.
Yeah, go on.
Where can people get a hold of you? I know you've got a great channel yourself, which I know you spend a lot of time and effort on, which is really, really good. And I'm on it, fairly often myself as well, gratefully. So where can people find you?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's called Over and Over and Over Again. It's the Positive Arsenal channel. I do sort of usual stuff like match previews, match reviews and stuff like that. I also do a show usually on a Friday where it's a warm-up show for the game that we're playing on the weekend. And I usually try to get a supporter of the other team on as well. This weekend, I'm hoping to get a Man United fan on Friday. I've got a couple of people that may be coming on there, so that could be quite good. And I do I try and include a bit of stuff in the history of the club as well, and a few player profiles. I did do something on Lee Chapman, funnily enough, which is why I kind of remembered a few of them teams he'd played for, just because it wasn't that long ago. I did a little video on him when he joined Arsenal, so that sort of helped me there. But yeah, so I do stuff like that as well. So it's on YouTube Over and Over and Over Again. So yeah, if any of you guys want to come over and subscribe to that, that'll be much appreciated. And just thanks for having me on. I really enjoyed it, and obviously congratulations to Mike. I mean, I knew I'd have to go big to have any chance. So
definitely.
I pushed him all the way. I was quite pleased about that, because I thought he might have won a little bit more easier, but I gave it a go.
No, it's fantastic. Real great effort. And on Twitter, you're at GoonerRichB, right?
Right, yeah, GoonerRichB, yeah.
Fantastic. And Mike, where can people get hold of yourself across the social media and your blogs and etc., which I love reading, as you know, retweet them as much as I can. So yeah, where can people get hold of you and see your work?
Sure. Well, the main thing I do is I write after every Arsenal game for Gunners Town, and the column is called Positives, Needs and Hopes, where I just go over the game in that format there. I'm also on the Gunners Town podcast, the podcast after the game. We take turns there. Of course, I do the quiz that you guys have been on many times, which is Ryan Fletcher's Mr. Arsenal channel, which is the Who Am I quiz, which is totally different thing to
it's
this.
Great, yeah, really good.
A lot of fun, and so there's that one, and then I also do the transfer blogs for Pete at Le Grove. There's a couple I did just before Christmas on strikers that Arsenal are chasing or should be chasing, and attacking midfielders, the creative guy. And of course, we've got that guy, we've got one of the guys that we talked about on that blog, hopefully playing on Saturday, right?
Fingers crossed. I don't know whether he's going to be ready to start immediately, but it's so exciting. What a great signing that is. I'm so over the moon with that.
The only thing I'm a little bit disappointed in is that we've got no option to buy, have we?
That's the thing. When it was first mooted a few days ago, because it hasn't been going on that long, is it? Really, this and the first article I read was an 18-month loan with an option to buy at the end of it, or an obligation to buy at the end of it, which would have been incredible. But either way, just to see him for a few games in an Arsenal shirt would be exciting enough. But I do think that we'll still have a chance of buying him anyway, because from what he said in his interview when he joined, in his unveiling interview, it's very, very positive. It sounds already like it's the sort of club he'd like to join. So we'll have to wait and see, won't we?
No, not. I mean, let's see how he settles in first and what impact he has. But I mean, if he's as good as he looks as though he could be, then I mean, it'd be great to, if we could obviously get the option to buy at the end of the season if he's done well. But I mean, he looks as though he could potentially be what we need to really help to push on. I mean, we're going to have a strong finish to the season, aren't we, to get where we need to be? So and hopefully he can help us do that. And then you never know, he might want to stay, which would be great.
Exactly. Well, it's like Mike Hahnemann said in the chat there. He was at Arsenal when he was 15, training with us for a while, wasn't he? When he was on his big European tour of all the major clubs.
Yeah, I heard that.
But do you know the journalist Sid Lowe, who's in Spain? I really like Sid Lowe. He's really, really good. I listen to him on a lot of podcasts and read a lot of his stuff. He said, I'm absolutely gutted that he's leaving Spain. He said because he enjoyed watching him that much, for Sociedad last year. He said it's a big loss to the league. So just for the obviously short period at the moment, but that says it all really to me, that about the quality of the guy. And he's only 22 still. He's only just turned 22 36 days ago, apparently.
Let's just hope that he can adapt to the English Premier League, because a lot of players find it difficult, and if he's only got a few months at the club, he's going to have to adapt quickly and settle in straight away, because he hasn't got the time he can't wait a year to settle in, can he? Because he's got to do it straight away if he's going to have an impact now. So that's the only slight concern I've got, but we'll know more about that when he's played 3 or 4 games, won't we? We'll see exactly.
Well, the good thing is as well that I've not heard one Spanish football expert say that they expect him to struggle. That's positive as well. Like Guillaume Balaguer, Sid Lowe. It's Sid Lowe, isn't it?
We're hopeful that that's going to be the case. I mean,
they're all confident that he will adapt very well and quite quickly. So let's just hope to God that he stays fit, and he does. But anyway, Mike, what's your Twitter handle? Is it Mike _?
Yeah, Mike __ M McDonald is my Twitter handle. And I actually did a piece, you guys talking about Ødegaard. I did a piece a while back on who I thought were the best 10 young players in Europe, having done all the research for all the stuff for Le Grove and what have you. And before Ødegaard came to Arsenal, and he was on the list alongside Bukayo Saka as well. I think belongs on that list as one of the best young players in Europe. I think even though we're biased, I think that everybody would agree inside and outside Arsenal. And there's a couple of others that I'm going to shout out a few names here that you may or may not know. I'm sure you've heard of them, who are very much worthwhile being part of this new young, exciting Arsenal squad. And the main one is Ryan. I don't know how you pronounce his name. But Ryan Gravenberch of Ajax.
I've known about him for about 3 years. I bought him on Football Manager, and that's the reason why. He's one of the hot kids. When he was about 16, I bought him for Arsenal, and he just took off from Football Manager. And it was just a weird random thing like that. One of these wonder kids that I came across, and just because of that, I've kept an eye on him ever since, just to see how he did in real life. He's a really, really good player. Sorry.
What position does he play?
He's like attacking midfielder again, but he can play in what he's like all the modern young players can play right across the front three, so left, right, or number 10. But he's a big lad as well. He's 6'2", 6'2". He's got a big presence as well, but a lot of skill.
Yeah, Richard, do you remember? I know you remember Yaya Toure when he was at his absolute peak, and he would just receive the ball, much like Thomas Partey does, and turn the player and beat him with his first touch, or just roll him with his body, and then just those long legs. He's gone. He's gone, and you can't catch him. And if you go watch a YouTube of Ryan Gravenberch at Ajax, you'll see that similar. Of course, he looks like him. He's a tall, lean guy, similar stature, and he just rolls players, and he's gone, and they can't catch him. And I'm not sure that he's necessarily super fast, but he's got that long stride, and he's powerful, and he's only 18 years old. Yeah, like Vieira. Yeah.
I honestly, though, I think if we don't get him this summer, we won't get him at all, because I think there's a very small window of opportunity to get that kid, because otherwise he will be out of our price range already, and he's only about 17, 18 now, I think. Yeah. But if it goes much longer, then he will already be out of our reach, I think. Personally.
Well, there's another player as well, Andrew, who was on that list I'm sure heard of as well, who I think the biggest club we're going to go after, which is Eduardo Camavinga.
Yeah.
And I think Real Madrid are very seriously interested in him, which might actually help us with the Ødegaard thing as well. And plus the fact that Real Madrid, that they announced today, are 900 million in debt. Not as bad as Barcelona, but you'd think that they're going to want us to throw some money at the Ødegaard situation. But I think they want Camavinga, so I think that's one less club that may want Gravenberch. But
trouble is, Zidane's going to be sacked definitely before the end of the season. I think. I don't think he's going to make it to the end of the season. I really don't. Just a feeling I've got, and that will change everything regarding to Real Madrid's plans for the future, because he seems to be losing it, doesn't he? A little bit, Zidane. But the other player, we've discussed him before, Mike. Yeah. And I don't know whether you've seen that video in the end that I'll put on here with the Dutch journalist, Teun Koopmeiners.
Yeah,
I love that player. I think he's so good.
He's a little older, but he's been the captain since he was about 19 years of age, and he's similar to Xhaka, but he seems to have an even better left peg than Xhaka, and he's scoring goals. He's like one of the top scorers in Holland, and he's a defensive midfielder.
When their league finished last, because it didn't restart after the lockdown and the pandemic, but up until that point at Christmas, bearing in mind he's either a defensive midfielder and he can also play as a centre back, he was already on 11 goals for that season, and it finished in February. So but you know what the best thing about him? Not only obviously the technical ability of the player, it's his attitude. He's got the same leadership qualities as De Ligt, who left Ajax. And apparently he's had that since he was like 18. I think he first captained the team at 18, and he was standing up on a table and literally just talking to the squad from standing on a table. Something like that. He's got that sort of leadership ability from such a young age.
He's also got the same hair crisis as Rob Holding, unfortunately. So he's trying to comb over right now. You can see to try to cover it all up, but. Anyway, listen, Andrew, I super enjoyed that. It's great playing with Richard.
Yeah, me too.
I've got to run here myself, but thank you guys so much.
Really enjoyed that. Thanks ever so much for joining us, Mike. And please, everyone, go and follow Mike and give his all his columns a read. They're well worth it. So thank you ever so much. once again. And thank you to Richard as well. And thank you to everyone watching. Please give us a like before you leave. That includes both of you two. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye for now.
See you later, guys.
Thank you for listening to From Dial Square to Where. Please help us grow by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and following the show on your preferred podcast platform. Please also visit our Facebook page, our Twitch channel and of course our YouTube channel. And whilst you are there, please subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss any upcoming shows. Please also press the like button on the video so we can get recommended by YouTube to other Arsenal fans all around the world. See you soon.
I need to find a second here. Well, Holding is going to hurl himself into Michael Oliver's book there.
I think he was getting a yellow card for the